Breaking it down, we're taking your world and we're shattering it. In this video, you are going to learn how to make ghost visual effects and make them really well, because I know how to do it. I know how to do it really well. I'm going to show you exactly what I learned. So they're all kind of the same effect, but they're all approached in different ways. An easier one, I'm going to show you a more advanced one, and they're both pretty cool.
Nice. Oh man, just got spooky.
It's just, we're hot. It's like we got a heat lamp going on there.
But orange is colder than blue.
At its core, the biggest effects for this video were practical, and then we kind of worked backwards from there, doing visual effects when necessary. Step 1, get a ghost girl. Cast this girl, Catherine. She was actually in Adrian's Rock video. We hooked her up with Caitlin, who designed a cool prosthetic with big eyeballs. We applied it to her. Boom, we got a ghost. Now, we need our ghost to be ghostly. One of the first shots I can show you how we did is this shot right here, where the little ghost hangs out and peeks out from behind the lamp here. Now you're looking at it and going, oh wow, that looks really easy. You're right, actually, you're 100% right. This is actually a super easy shot. Effectively, we're doing 3 things here: tracking, isolating, and then last but not least, we're just doing a little bit of filtering to make it look out of focus. That's all that's really happening here. Well, actually, no, there's a 4th secret thing. The 4th thing is the secret sauce. Let's break it down step by step. Step 1, it's handheld, so we need to motion track it. In order to motion track this footage, make a little image sequence, bring it to Mocha. I basically selected the lamp here to track it. I'm not gonna actually open Mocha. I guess I should, if this is a tutorial, I should. So in Mocha, to track it, I just generally select the lamp here. This is how Mocha works. You literally click that fast. Yeah, as you can imagine, the shot eventually finishes. You bring your tracking data in, you apply it to a null. We have a null here in the scene that we can track all our footage to. So it moves around with our lamp. Step 2 is we take our ghost. Our ghost, oh look at that. So now here's the first separate element here. It's literally just, here's Ghost Girl against black. We didn't actually have the lamp there. We had a little LED panel. And why did we shoot on black? Well, most of the time we're either using screen modes or something like that. The ghost is supposed to be made out of light, so the black screen helps us isolate the light parts better. Now that we have that, we're just bringing it back into our shot here. All right, so we got it in our shot. You can see my filters here. We have noise reduction here, a little bit of levels to crush the black. Sometimes I'm using this heat wave plugin to give it a little bit of ghostly ripple, a little bit of chromatic aberration, and then last but not least, the crucial filter here, out of focus plugin from Fresh Luft, the best depth of field plugin in the world. It looks real. Boom. Go through and add a shadow. You add that little shadow, makes it pop, makes it seem like this ghost is now actually there. Just a little bit of that on the background, that helps. And that's basically it. In order to make it spookier, I use Time Warp. I'm using Time Warp to fluctuate the speed of the character. Time Warp speed connected to a wiggle expression. So it's constantly going faster and slower than real time. And that makes the motion kind of jitter. So you see these little stutters now in the motion. And compared to without it, this looks relatively normal, and then this looks relatively super normal, paranormal. Secret sauce. It's the sweetest part of every meal, the secret sauce. Looking at this, I'm like, all right, what's gonna be our secret sauce? Eyeballs. We go into our plate here. Boom, boom. Just adding these little gray discs here to the eyes. What are these gray discs doing? What are they doing? This looks stupid, right? Yeah, it does. When you bring it back into this other comp here, that's out of focus. That Fresh Luft out of focus plugin I was talking about, the reason it's so dang good is because it knows how to separate highlights from shadows. And so when you have these white discs in front of the eyes, it knows to bokeh them a little bit extra. Now the eyes will stand out. Put that secret sauce on top, call it a day, render.
Huh? Tell me! I didn't. The light! Answer me! How long? The light! The light!
The other 40%. Okay, we're good.
This plant came from the Pasadena Cactus Center in Pasadena. I handpicked every single, I got ants up in my cactus. I handpicked each one of these little buddies with the rocks and the bowl.
How about you and your girlfriend made this?
Yeah, me and Kim. I really like this guy. He's a nice little cactus. It's my second plant. It's like a little buddy to keep alive, and just gotta water it, make sure it gets air. Yeah, I mean, it's taking some hits here on the tips. I'm about to replenish its life and elongate its life with this water, just like you guys have elongated our lives. Really, we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys, because a lot goes into making these videos. A lot goes into paying myself and Carmichael and Nick and Ren and Gabe and everyone at Corridor. So I'm gonna pour some out for the top tier Patreon supporters. Philip Oxford, this one's for you. Master 1, Ace 1. This one, boom, right there. That one's for you. Nathan McFarlane, got you, buddy, right here. Boom. This is my favorite little one right here too. Like that.
That little bubble guy?
Gary Dolph, the centerpiece, keeping us alive. Oh yes. You can see the water down here, dripping down. Now, Nicholas Zaltis, this is just literally a little spritz for you. Beautiful. G squared, how could I forget? Keeping us green, fresh, and vibrant. Taylor Dunbar, got a little water, edge water for you there, buddy. Boom, keeping this.
Don't forget these little guys.
Keeping this alive. Oh, how could I forget? Colin Heaton. No way I'm gonna forget you, buddy. Got you. Boom, my second favorite plant right in there. Glitch Cube, just a little touch, little extra touch. James Bailey. Oh man, I'm thirsty. James, I appreciate it. Brian Antozik, topping it off, just letting the life pour through these green succulents. So, really appreciate your guys' support.
I got ants on my toes.
It's a circle of life. I really appreciate you guys donating your time, your dollars to support us. Give all of us a job and to give all of us an opportunity to express our creativity. Thank you. Thank you so much. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time.
Oh shit, I forgot to record all that.
I hope, dude, that would have been bad.
Advanced level ghost effects. Now let's look at this shot here. And we're like, okay, this is exactly the same, isn't it? Same effect, right? Same old tricks in the books. All right, you think that we did the same thing. No, we didn't. Ghost hand on black, time warp, gives it twitchy glitchiness. Step 2, radically different. We're taking a left, we're zigging, or we're zagging. Whatever you thought we were gonna do, we're doing the opposite of it, all right? Look at this. See what's going on here? There's a bright background and the hand's bright. So if the ghost is made out of light and we're putting it on a light background, well, it's gonna disappear, right? If I was gonna use the same method, it'd look like that. That's what this shot would have looked like if we went down that same path, but we did not. So we're actually going to create a Luma mat based off of the hand. That means instead of applying the screen composite mode, we're gonna make an alpha channel, so it's physically there, it's opaque. So we have our hand, we apply color balance, make it black and white. We apply levels, we crush it, we make it bright, and now we use that same footage as a Luma mat for the hand. This is physically there, it's opaque, and that means that when we bring it to the next shot, it's going to actually rest above the bright footage. So this is what our footage looks like now. We dropped it in because we're using a Luma key. We gotta ghost it up, so we're gonna use similar effects here. BC color vibrance to make the hand just a little closer to the color of the light source. We use color balance to adjust it just a little further. We're gonna go down edge blur, just to soften it up a little bit. And then once again, we go heat wave, just to give it that ghostly kind of. All right, now we have our effects, boom. Oh, it's even spookier. But once again, if a ghost is actually there in the shot, you should be creating shadow, right? How do you create your shadow? It's real easy. You take your same shot and then you just make it black. See, I'm just literally taking the hand here. I take my footage, I mesh warp it, I radial blur it, Gaussian blur it, make it black, then tint it, so that way it matches shadows in the scene. Render. That's how you do it. So that's the more advanced version. They're both effectively the same effect, but because of the different circumstances, we kind of have to do them in easy ways and in harder ways. Thankfully, a lot of these shots were in dark areas, so you can just go screen mode and it works. But in shots like this, where you start to interact with other light areas, you need to get into Luma masks and Luma keying and actually give that ghost some body. The effects both look really similar. You're like, oh, it's just a light up ghost. Pretty easy, but it's not.
The story that you are about to be told took place in the holiday worlds of old. I'd say it's time you begun. The story that you are about to be told took place in the holiday worlds of old.